Hello, my friends. Assalamu alaikum. Let's talk about fasting today. First of all, fasting is mentioned in the Quran, and Allah has made it mandatory for us during the month of Ramadan. For example, in chapter 2, verse 183 of Quran, Allah says, O you who have believed, decreed upon you is fasting as it was decreed upon those before you, so that you may become righteous. This verse introduces the concept of fasting and links it to achieving righteousness, that is, taqwa. My friends, fasting is done in accordance with lunar calendar. Why? The reason for using lunar calendar is so that fasting can occur in all seasons, everywhere in the world. As regards the purpose of fasting, I have just mentioned verse 183 of chapter 2, in which Allah says that it has been decreed upon us for the purpose of making us righteous, or in other words, so that we achieve taqwa. My friends, now let's look at the concept of worship. In my perspective, worship is whole life. I mean, it covers every aspect of our life. Let me explain this point further. When a person sincerely submits before Allah or God, then all his activities throughout his life become worship. Why? Because he tries to follow God's guidance while dealing with everything in life, such as work, eating, drinking, and the list goes on. And when we look at various religious activities like prayers, fasting, performance of Hajj or Umrah, from this perspective, they in fact remind us of a deeper reality. God has prescribed these things or activities for us so that we can maintain a continuous bond with God. These activities keep us on the right track. For instance, when a believer says prayers 5 times every day, he is reminded about the purpose of his creation. And furthermore, he receives guidance from Quran constantly, because this is what a believer reads or recites in prayers. Now let's look at fasting and how it helps us. I will use an example to explain this. Think of a car with a driver. The driver needs 2 things in perfect condition to reach the destination. Number 1, a good steering wheel to guide the direction or to keep the car in the right direction. And number 2, good brakes so that I can stop it in case of any obstacles so as to avoid accidents. My friends, our situation is very similar to this example. How? Let's understand that. I am actually a soul, which is the rider or driver of the body I am living in this world. Now the driver's or soul's job is to take the vehicle, that is our body, to its destination. This journey continues till death. To keep the vehicle, that is my body, on the right path, Allah has prescribed 5 daily prayers. To ensure the brakes work well, He has prescribed fasting every year. When you think about it, these acts of worship are not in any way for Allah's benefit. In fact, they are for our benefit, because Allah has sent us in this world on a mission. He has made certain exercises mandatory for us so that we stay on the right path. He is our creator and cares about our future, just as parents care about their children's future in this world. Sometimes parents make their children do things they don't like, but later on they realize it was all for their good. My friends, I will conclude by saying that a true believer values all these religious activities prescribed by God because he understands their significance and importance in terms of keeping him on the right track, on the right path. My friends, I hope the significance of fasting is clear by now. Thank you and hope to see you again soon. Assalamu alaikum.